Hello, everybody. It's Radical Notion, and today we're gonna look at another story I wrote. This one's a mix between fiction and reality, at least in my opinion. Back then, I don't think all of this is true, but some of it is. And after the story, I'll tell you what's what. At least what I think it is, because like if you make something up while you're a kid, you kind of begin to believe it because it's been so long. So yeah. Anyway, um, just as a little warning here, it's not really written that well because I wrote this freshman year, so it's like after middle school. So the writing isn't that great. So just a little warning there. But yeah, so let's get going. By the way, this is called The Janitor. So I have never really believed in ghost stories or creepy stories that would be told around campfires or any of that nonsense. But now after this experience, I know just how feasible these stories could be. It just started as a normal day as a third grader. You know, the regular school routine: wake up extremely early, shower, eat, and leave. But before that routine, something else happened to me for the first time. What happened to me is referred to as sleep paralysis. These were extremely vivid for me as a kid. On this day, I thought I woke up, only to find out my struggle to move was futile. I was extremely scared as it was my first time this had happened to me. Thankfully, I could move my eyes, which is odd considering I could not move any other limb of my body. I looked around. The walls were painted a baby blue, which is odd because they are white, and the photo frame on the wall, which was a family picture, was now what looked like to be a demon with horns and red eyes. My heart was racing so fast, and I could feel my own sweat. Soon after a little while, I heard footsteps. Mom, help me, I thought. But it was not my mom, brother, dad, or even sister, but instead a gray figure with horns looking at me. His face was very textured with bumps and blood and, of course, the eyes. And what after seemed like an hour, his face flew to mine, causing me to wake up. I woke up and jumped out of bed. Now feeling safe, I told my mom my story before I did anything else, and she said, "Well, kids go through things like this. It was just a dream, don't worry about it," my mom said. I felt relief and I ate my breakfast, making sure I wasn't left alone again. "Let's go, we're running late," my mom said. My brother had just woken up from the announcement she had gave, so it was going to be a while before we would leave. My brother ate his breakfast, taking his time. 5 minutes later, he was ready to go, and we left the house and headed for the car. I took shotgun and my brother in the back, and my school was not that long from my house, so we were in there in no time. "Bye, Mom," I said, leaving my car with my brother. I walked to class, and school started minutes later, barely making it on time. Class went on, and the first recess came. I sat at my table with my friends, and they were having a discussion. "Guys, did you see the bathrooms lately?" said my friend Zach. "No, what's wrong? Poop on the floor?" "That'd be no surprise considering the kids here are really messy," I said jokingly. "No, just meet me by the bathrooms after recess. Tell the teacher you have to use the bathroom," said Zach. I nodded and the bell rang. I threw away my lunch and walked to class. Did I mention how scary my school classroom's walkway was? They were all lined up side to side in a one-way walkway. I always feel like someone is stalking me when I go to class. After 5 minutes of class, I requested to use the bathroom. My teacher, who I have no memory of her name, said, "Yes, but hurry, we're starting an activity," she said. I walked to the bathroom, still feeling stalked while walking through the hallway. "I thought you weren't going to show," Zach said. "Take a look," he said. What I saw still makes me to shiver to this day. I looked up and I saw what looked like red splatters and candles. "Please tell me this is paint," I said desperately. "I don't fucking know, dude," Zach said. I looked around again and saw a janitor walk out like there was nothing in there. I looked at him and he gave us a smirk. "Hey, what the heck is in there?" I said. "Don't worry about it, stupid kid," he said, smiling. "Zach, I'm going to class. Be careful, man," I said dreadfully. I walked back to the classroom hallway and looked behind me for the 100th time and saw the janitor holding a cat and, of course, smiling. He said, "Have at it," he said to the cat, pointing at me. My first instinct was to run, which I did quite well. Running felt like gliding. My adrenaline covered my stamina for now. I ran to my door and opened it as fast as I could. "What happened?" my teacher said. "I was chased by a cat and the janitor let it loose on me," I said, scared out of my mind. Could this be tied to my dream? Nah, no way. I'm just imagining it, right? I thought. "Just settle down, you're safe for now," the teacher said. "For now," I said. The bell rang and I rushed to the spot where the janitor was and looked down and saw yellow gloves, just like the man I saw. By the gloves was ashes, gray and dull. Was he dead? I sure hope so. I looked up to see Zach and he told me. "What happened?" Zach said. "He's dead," I said. "Let's go to the office. I'm so scared right now," said Zach. "Don't worry, we are safe for the time being," I said. Zach and I walked to the office feeling less and less threatened. When we arrived, I asked the secretary, "Where's the janitor?" I said. "You mean him?" she said, pointing at a Latino janitor. "No, he was Caucasian and had black hair, and he was, well, in a bathroom with red splatters and candles," I said. "Very funny. Now leave," she said coldly. "Fine, don't believe me. This school sucks," I exclaimed. I rushed out and went home, to safety from this mess. Still to this day, even while typing this, I tremble. Having to recall this is very hard. To think a third grader had to go through this, it's messed up, and I still have the sleep paralysis and no longer threatening, just an annoyance. Looking back, I know lots of what the bathroom contained. For example, the candles were some demonic ritual of some sort, and he was there to make sure no one knew of it. Since me and my friend were there, he tried to kill me with the cat, but I'm safe now, and hopefully forever. Okay, so that was something I wrote freshman year, and reading it again, because I didn't even look through this before I made this video. I could see that a lot of this is really exaggerated, and a lot of it's probably bullshit, but I want to go through what I think is true, right? So, the one thing that I know for sure is a fact is that in elementary school, there was a janitor that it looked like a janitor anyway. He had like this cat. He just like let it go on me. Maybe he like let it go by accident or something. I don't really know, but it was like chasing me as I was running back to class, and it was pretty freaky. But yeah, it was like a small cat. It wasn't like some tiger or anything like that. But the sleep paralysis is in fact real. Those are very bad for me when I was like a little kid. But when they happen now, I don't really care because like there's actually a lot of advantages to having it, which is I'll go into that some other time probably, but just by reading it, I can tell just by the way I wrote it, a lot of it is fiction. And the sad thing is, or funny, whatever, is that back then I was still like, I thought this was real, so like I passed it off as all real. Just a lot of people called out the bullshit, but back then I was like, no, this is real, right? Yeah. A lot of this is bullshit. The satanic rituals, I think that was in my head, because I think there was a time a long time ago, and I never had a friend named Zach in elementary school, by the way, but basically, what happened was that we were messing around, and this kid threw like a chocolate milk at the floor or something, and yeah, I don't know how I got that image in my head. I think I was like, man, I wonder what it looked like if there was like a satanic ritual in there. I mean, I don't know why I would be thinking that, but yeah. A lot of this is fiction. I'm going to say that right now. Just by reading it, I know it is. Because I know my writing style from back then. A lot of this is, most of it's made up. But the only things that are real is A, the cat really did chase me in elementary school, and B, I do have sleep paralysis. So, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, so, I mean, that's that. I'm trying to find this notebook I have that has an Alaskan survival story, and that's pure comedy gold. Yeah, so I am going to get to my legit story sooner or later. I just want to get it to a point to where I can actually talk about it, because right now it's like, it's in the outlining phase, and like, outlining characters and things like that. So once I actually have like maybe the first few chapters, which might be a few months from now, because I'm starting school soon, so I'm not going to have as much time. But let's see. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I'm gonna call this mostly fiction because like most of it is. So yeah, that's that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little story here. And if you liked it, please let me know in the comments. Because I like reading these stories. It's kind of nostalgic and cool at the same time. So yeah, until next time, I'll see you guys later.